This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do.
Welcome to Odds and Ends. I'm your host, Mike Tyson. Well, whether you like the president or not, our thoughts and prayers have to be with the president and the first lady as they have contracted the COVID-19 virus. We just wish for a safe and speedy recovery for both of them. Also, we know that the COVID has affected the National Football League this week as the Titans and the Steelers game has been postponed to week 7. I thought that the NFL should have scheduled 2 bye weeks in 2020 with the COVID hanging out there and give them more flexibility in scheduling in case teams like the Titans contracted the virus. We'll see what happens if multiple teams contract the virus. There'll be a heck of a lot of shuffling going on in the National Football League. Well, week 4 started with the big Broncos victory, 37-28 over the lowly Jets. I don't need to say any more about that game. They're not 2 good football teams, and the Jets are not a very good football team at all. So many scoring records after 3 weeks in the National Football League. The most TDs in NFL history, the most total touchdowns, 281. The Seahawks have 15 touchdowns after 3 games. That's a lot of touchdowns. The most offensive touchdowns in 3 weeks, 273. Alvin Kamara, he leads the way. He's got 6 touchdowns, 3 passing, receiving, and 3 rushing touchdowns after just 3 games. That's a great start for Alvin. The most total points scored after 3 weeks in the History League, 2,446 points. And the most average points per game since 1970, 51 points a game are being scored. Hopefully you're all betting the over. 6 teams are averaging 30-plus points a game. The Green Bay Packers lead the way, averaging 40.7 points a game. The Seahawks are next, averaging 37 points a game. The Bills, the defensive Bills, averaging 31 points a game. The Ravens, and also the Chiefs are averaging 30.3 points a game. And the Falcons, they haven't won a game, but they're averaging 30 points per game. So congratulations, great start to those teams. The highest completion percentage after 3 weeks in the History League, 66.4% completion. What a great job. And the most touchdown passes through 3 weeks, 172 touchdown passes already. Well, quarterbacks, and note Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. What a great job he's doing to this point. He's the first player in NFL history to throw for 10 touchdown passes and rush for 2 touchdowns through 3 weeks of the NFL season. And the red-hot Russell Wilson leads the NFL with 14 touchdown passes, the first ever to throw 14 touchdown passes through the first 3 weeks of the season. 2 teams have October winning streaks of 12 games in a row. That's the Saints and the New England Patriots. They have 12 October victories in a row, dating way back. So we'll see what happens this week since it's October, baby. So here we go. Hey, listen, pickups and play-ins for your fantasy football team. Deebo Samuel, starting receiver last year for the 49ers, has been injured. He's healthy again, and he's going to play this week against the Eagles. I would pick him up, and I would play him. Stephon Diggs for the Buffalo Bills, they're going to go and play the Raiders out in Las Vegas. The Raiders have secondary issues. They have stopping the run issues too, so we'll talk about that in a second. And listen, play Jerick McKinnon because the starting running back Raheem Mostert is injured, so I would play him against the Eagles as well. And go ahead and play Devin Singletary for the Bills because last week the Raiders gave up 250 yards rushing against the New England Patriots, and that's who they got this week, so I would play him as well. Listen, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to pick 5 games, going for 17. That's right, 17 in a row with my pick of the week. But I'll be back in a minute with 4 games for you.
This
So
guy says the
stay
horse
tuned.
can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do. I'm picking Valentine 'cause I'm the
Welcome back to Odds and Ends from Canton, Ohio, home of the National Football League's Hall of Fame. Well, I'm going to pick 4 games for you, then I'm going to come back, try to hit 17 in a row. That's right, 17 in a row with my pick of the week. I'm going to start with a 1 o'clock Eastern time game. The Ravens, 2-1 losers last week, 34-20 to the Chiefs in a rough game for the Ravens. They are going to right up the street to the Washington Football Club, really struggling a little bit on offense. Dwayne Haskins is learning how to play. Chase Young, defensive end, is out this week with a groin injury, but Lamar Jackson, if to play with a lead, I don't think they can get behind, and I don't think the Washington football team has enough firepower to put the Ravens behind. So I like the Ravens in this one, even though it's a big number, -13. Another big number game, another not so good football team, the New York Giants, 0-3, are traveling to the Rams. The Giants, Daniel Jones has been sacked 9 times already in 3 games. He's got Golden Tate. They picked up the Devonta Freeman, who used to play for the Falcons at running back. Well, I just tell you, Aaron Donald against that offensive line. Quarterback Jared Goff is having an excellent year. Cooper Kupp, wide receiver. Robert Woods, wide receiver. I think they're too much for the New York Football Giants, even though the number is -13. I like the Rams at home in that game. Well, the next game, a 4:25 start. The Bills, 3-0, coming off that big win over the Rams, 35-32. They travel to the Raiders in Las Vegas. The Raiders are 2-1, coming off that bad loss, 36-20 to the Patriots. Derek Carr's having a good year. Josh Jacobs, very good running back. The Raiders, however, need to get tight end Darren Waller involved in that offense sooner. They didn't throw him the ball in the first half last week. Quarterback Josh Allen, we talked about 10 touchdown passes, 2 rushing touchdowns, off to a wonderful start. The offense looks so much better. Devin Singletary, running back, should have a nice day against the Raiders' rush defense. They gave up 250 yards to the New England Patriots last week. I like the Buffalo Bills. Stephon Diggs, he's coming on. I think he's ready for a breakout game. He's going to have a good game against this Raiders defense. Bills defense, not as good maybe as last year. They've had a couple guys banged up, but I like the Bills in this one. I think there'll be too much, -3 in that one. The night game Sunday night, the big night game, the Eagles having all kinds of problems, 0-2-1, went for a tie last week at the 49ers. The 49ers are -7 in that game. Quarterback Carson Wentz is under a lot of heat publicly. He's without receivers, Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey. That makes it hard. They're only scoring 19.7 points per game while giving up 29 points per game. The 49ers, Jerick McKinnon has filling in for Raheem Mostert at running back, doing a nice job. Quarterback Nick Mullins is starting for Garoppolo. They get tight end George Kittle back, which is a big thing for that offense. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel is back. He was a starter last year. He's been banged up. This will be his first game. I think the 49ers in that game are going to be too much at -7. I like the 49ers. Well, we'll be back in a minute from beautiful Canton, Ohio, hall of the National Football League Hall of Fame. I'm going to pick my pick of the week, going for 17 in a row when we come back. Welcome back to Odds and Ends, and now for my pick of the week, going for 17 in a row. That's more than a season's worth of victories. I'm going to pick the Monday night game, 8:20 Eastern Time, and that's the Atlanta Falcons 0-3 traveling to the 3-0 Green Bay Packers. Both teams are scoring a lot of points. The Packers lead the league 40.7 points a game, and the Falcons are scoring at a clip of 30 points a game. They just cannot finish things out, coming off that tough loss to the Bears, 30-26. The Packers coming off that big win, 37-30 against the New Orleans Saints. Matt Ryan, 7 touchdown passes to this point. Julio Jones has been practicing. Not sure he's going to be full speed. Calvin Ridley, who's off to a great start, is a little banged up as well. Todd Gurley's having a nice start, 197 yards rushing, 2 TDs. They just can't hold the lead. The Packers, however, Aaron Rodgers, 9 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions after 3 games. Running back Aaron Jones off to an explosive start, 303 yards rushing. and wide receiver Devontae Adams, who's been nicked up, has been practicing this week. But I'm going to pick in this one the over 53 on Monday night, and let's see if they can keep scoring points. Listen, I hope all your picks and all your teams win. I hope you stay safe, wear a mask. We'll talk to you next week on Odds and Ends.